Yeah. Yeah.
I'm honored that you...
I've heard there's a foreign knight staying.
That Deutscher, he's gone.
Did he give his name?
No, frankly, he wasn't the type...
Why's that?
There are guests I like, and then there's those that keep me awake. This knight is a good payer, but he spends the whole day tweaking his whiskers.
Did you see his crest?
That's just it. He arrived with a white shield, nothing on it, and the Wagner's tell...
That is very odd. And do you know where he went?
Yes, he asked me the way. Or demanded more like. Bastard scared me so much I almost forgot...
But you remember, didn't you?
Well, business...
And where was it he wanted?
Well, he asked me about crossroads in the woods north of... I know the roads that way.
I see. So just what was...
He spent most of the day sitting, drinking, and gaping at the other patrons.
Did you know any of those people?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have some unfinished business.
Ah, it's just that the gentleman looked quite formidable.
You probably should have thought of that before you answered my...
Been a pleasure.
Good God, what a bloody mess. This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind. Looks like that wagon was loaded with charcoal. Someone was wounded here. It looks like another person dragged him off. Maybe there'll be some tracks. Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something.
God be with you.
What do you know about the wagon that's been ambushed at the crossroads?
I haven't a clue what you're talking.
Really?
Yes.
You're what passes for bristle and gristle round here, are you?
Possibly.
So listen to me, you hero. If you don't want me to wipe that crooked grin off your face, you're...
Yeah, right. Because everyone knows charcoal burners are thieves.
I'll be glad to hear you out.
Let's just get this straight.
And what were you doing at the cross?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying, wounded?
So you have him here somewhere? Is he still alive?
The fellow has quite a will to live.
Do you know who ambushed?
Not a clue.
Did he tell you anything?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes.
Where is he?
We've locked him away.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know.
We've been through that already?
All right. Here.
Thanks.
Farewell. Who are you?
Do as I say, and you might walk out of here alive.
What?
Don't worry about it. Just answer my questions, and I might even have...
Well,
Who is it you work for? Who...
to Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired...
And where...
No idea. I blacked out after the attack.
Who ambushed...
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know.
Do you know what you were...
I never...
Can I see your wound?
Are you a...
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank.
Will you...
I can try. Tell me more about the...
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him! That's got to be that knight!
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Yeah!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Scheiß drauf. Come then. Verrecke. Hier.
Well,
Who is that, David? It seems I have finally.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more.
Assurances?
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have
I give you...
the word of a thief. Jesus, it is true what the preachers say.
Why do you think I'm finished?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword.
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you...
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is that...
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer.
What man was that?
Meinhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen,
Oh, really?
you will introduce me to a certain person, and I will...
I don't think I could honestly recommend... Fine, who is it?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve...
Of course I know him. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made.
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me?
It seems I have little choice. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau.
Shouldn't you go with me to see...
No. I'm a...
What's your name?
I told you.
Just Ulrich.
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just...
It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield.
So you're not a knight?
I'm a trustworthy soldier.
I'd like to know more, but I have a feeling...
Your feeling is...
And what about that wagon?
I followed Meinhard from Passau. I had...
So they were transporting...
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin.
What do you mean about the connection with...
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the execution...
What, in the monastery?
I cannot say.
I know only what the...
Why did you let them get here?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Until he came to this...
What happened?
I ambushed them. I took down 2. But
What next?
while I was chasing Manhad, those charcoal burners came and...
So we won't get anything.
Unfortunately,
What happened to Man?
he's dead.
I know, but what did you...
I buried it. He was...
I see.
He ran from the wagon uphill along the path to the north. And don't think I don't know why you ask.
I'd say that's the...
You're mistaken.
Very well. I'll go...
Godspeed. I will wait. There's something like...
Yeah. Yeah.
This won't take long.
Nick? Is that the back?
Come here, lily liver.
You call that combat? You're dead. Quit it. Christ!
Way off.
Look what I've... You're...
God be with you.
Master Fayfire, I need to speak with you.
Did you really?
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins.
Damn and blast.
Yes. Turned out he was also after the...
Well, that is indeed...
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau.
We, the aldermen of the interrogation held this day, put to pen by the... Which certainly confirms my suspicion. Coin assay report. But this is interesting. Here's an outline. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate, and this looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman. But they said...
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a
The Rosenbergs?
a rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III.
So what does all this...
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, and we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper felt.
what?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from...
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold.
You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take...
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. See you later.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, from the beginning. The sun sets out across the skies. He loses his way to the fourth week lies. Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far. My breath is short, my feet are.
God be with you.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the...
What can you tell me about...
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. And then, apart from...
Tell me more about...
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he...
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy.
Can you tell me something...
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's
If you don't mind my asking...
the same as draws all reasonable people.
What are Zach and...
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kut, except the daughter's a proud man, and they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach...
That will be all.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Good health.
About that... Are you sure the Queen...
Who else would she be?
Uh-huh. Isn't it a bit strange?
Are you suggesting you might... God be with you.
Yeah.
Mandrake roof taken straight from the garden into the winter.
God be with you.
Do you make anything out of...
I do a bit of Damascene decors.
I'm looking for someone who could do me some...
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach.
What can you tell me?
Depends which ones you mean.
What about the monastery?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye.
Tell me something about...
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman. Would you...
That will be all.
Certain.
I want to...
You can't become a...
Well...
Pijme chlapci dobré víno z poháru.
good men, good wives. Carrots that'll make you and your family happy.
Yeah.
Onions that'll make you cry. Garlic.
So,
I consulted him and we definitely...
tell me more.
Master Fafar found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver.
I see.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in...
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craft.
I see.
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits.
Well, that's something to follow.
I feel quite hungry.
I'll be with you.
I hear you've had some...
Problems? I should say so.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's...
The monastery overseer, or his assistant.
So what did the overseer...
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifle.
Surely such valuable material.
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once this...
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me.
What do you need quicksilver?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those...
Not really.
Then be glad you can.
That's all I need to...
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or...
Why not?
Put me in.
One ale, please.
Well, Master.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but...
Yeah.
I'm honoured that...
Do you work any copper here, Master?
Why do you...
I'd want to commission...
Then you best go elsewhere.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths.
I'm being made a fool of yet. Anything else? I still have...
So back to that...
What?
Aha.
Farewell.
Yeah.
I hope I can...
It was young... What? Zmola's the one responsible.
Sweet.
Dead. I killed him and...
So is that the end?
It looks that way.
God bless.
I'm looking for some quick...
Talk to my assistant. He deals with...
Fine, thank you.
Farewell.
My respect.
Do you have any quicksilver?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have it.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it.
It's not that I don't want.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant.
Nothing! And I did.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I...
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't...
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to... Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me.
How did you hand it over?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before...
You know how it is.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew.
Very well.
Take care now.
Can I take a look?
What's got into you, boy? The ground's inside the monastery. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might know where the materials from the...
Well,
Up the hill by Salsa.
shall we go right?
No, I need to find out more. I don't even know, but you could keep an eye out there, in case anyone...
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mate, cured and fresh, from woods or from the town. It all tastes delicious.
God be with you, lad.
You look different.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in.
Right.
So what have you found?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. It changed hands on the hill behind the
Have you been there to have...
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapota.
Not much, but it's a start. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch dice.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man...
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that.
Very well,
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
See you later. I'm at your...
Good luck to you.
Never see such fun.
Jesus Christ.
How goes the work, man?
Getting there.
What are you doing here?
You're in an engraver's shop.
Yeah, but engraving what?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as...
You've got quite a large workshop, master.
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not...
I see. I think.
He shares the fate of the pharaohs, for today the fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his...
Jesus Christ.
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a...
What's he like?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been...
I don't really know what you mean.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest?
Something like that.
May I ask?
We've been friends since childhood. I wanted to...
Making friends has been a skill of his from his earliest... About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt.
Ah. Does Florian have any...
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate...
A woman from the back?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently...
Do you have any idea why...
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath maid, Esther.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Ah!
Look what you're...
Yeah. Yeah.
and stay out of sight. What will people...
I hear you're at odds with apprentice...
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that, and suddenly I hear screams. So I run out.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get...
I assume that Florian...
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like...
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to...
It sounds like you were close.
I loved her like my very own. May the Lord watch over you.
Take it quick before I faint from the stink.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from...
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
Don't
bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where they're...
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against...
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing.
I don't give a fuck.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't...
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That's...
That doesn't begin to just...
I don't care. Listen, I'll tell you everything. I promise.
So I'm to go searching?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what...
Very well. I'll bring...
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me...
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I...
All right.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up.
Farewell.